TYTSports, we have huge breaking news from our sources. Not really. Britton Harden is here as well. I can talk. So, okay, Alex Rodriguez, it has just occurred that he is suspended through the 2014 season, 211 games for his role in the Biogenesis clinic. He is one of 12 players being suspended. He is one of 12 players being suspended. He is going to appeal, so he is going to play tonight against the Chicago White Sox, your Chicago White Sox.
Hopefully the Yankees lose.
Hopefully they lose, but not only that, hopefully the fans give him a hard time, I'm sure is what you're thinking.
And throw things at him.
No, you don't encourage that, because they'll actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, if I say something, Chicago actually do it.
Oh, yeah, totally. You're like the Rahm Emanuel of Chicago.
I'm like, yeah, definitely the Rahm Emanuel of Chicago.
Okay, this is turning into a stroke job for Britton Harden.
The Chief Keef.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there for Chief Keef. All right, so the others that were suspended and have accepted their suspension for 50 games. Yeah. Nelson Cruz, Johnny Peralta, Everth Cabrera. The Yankees is Francisco Cervelli and Fernando Martinez. The Phillies is Antonio Bastardo. Seattle's Jesus Montero. The Mets is Jordany Valdaspin and Cesar Puello. Houston Astros is Sergio Escalona. The San Diego Padres, Faustino de los Santos, and a free agent, that sucks, Jordan Noberto. Now, Biogenesis, as I'm sure many people know, there were 14 players involved. They were accused of distributing performance-enhancing drugs. Here's the big question that I wanted to ask people on Twitter, and I'll turn to you now. He signed like a 10 years, $250 million contract. Over the next 4.5 years, I would say he's still due about $100 million. Mm-hmm. Should the Yankees be exempt from paying Alex Rodriguez because he may have breached his contract in some way? Because as of right now, they still have to pay him.
As of right now, they should still pay him.
They should.
They should still pay him because he's going through the whole appeal process. You know, if it's found out that he has been linked to this, drug crisis or whatever you want to call it, if it comes out he has been taking, then they should totally be exempt. I mean, he definitely breached his contract. He knows what he should and should not do. He's a grown man. Yeah. Everyone knows how the severity of, these allegations. And so if it's found out that he has been taking these substances, then, the Yankees should absolutely not have to pay him.
Okay, so let me keep it real with you. He's not going to win the appeal. So thus you think the Yankees should be totally exempt from paying him?
I think he should go to a corner and kick rocks. Like, why does he think he should get paid for doing drugs? Like, we were brought up and they told us to say no to dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They told us drugs are not cool, and then this guy goes out.
Up with hope.
Down with dope. Give me one. But, everyone knows that you're not supposed to do this, especially being in the forefront, especially being someone who the kids look up to and admire and young players. Obviously he had a rough season last year, and I think that may have led to some of the things that he ultimately decided to do because he wanted to prove that he was still a commodity. But, you can't go about it that way.
Now, here's the thing. He can be suspended. He can appeal certain things, but there are also some things that he can't appeal. Right. So as we learn more information, we'll find out what exactly he can and cannot appeal. Mm-hmm. I mean, my thought on this is, it's the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the Yankees. They should be, they should have to pay. But then again, I think about it, if that were like the Cubs, and the Cubs had to pay this guy, I'd be like, no, God, no. So thus, putting it in the perspective of the latter of that statement I just made, they should be exempt. They should totally be exempt. This guy, look, and here's the thing. Going back to your point about guys getting paid and having a payoff for doing steroids, Ryan Braun's only not getting paid like 5% of what he's going to make over his entire contract. So it's just for the rest of this year, which is like $5 million or so. Mm-hmm. But his contract is still going to run, it's going to run its course, and he's going to be fine. So out of anything, there's a huge payoff for this, except if your name is Alex Rodriguez. Yeah. I asked a few of you, should the Yankees be exempt? I asked you guys on Twitter. Here's what some of you said. Jack Curtis Denton said, my harsh side says no, but in reality, a compromise should definitely be met. So, like, what kind of compromise?
Right. I mean, there is no real compromise to be made. Either he's going to get paid or he's not.
Yeah, exactly.
What compromise can you really look to make? You give him half for doing drugs?
No. It's clear cut to me. Yeah. And he's going to be 40 when he returns. So, I mean, Oh, get out of that deal if you can. Ryan Spears says he has been paid enough. Yankees should use his salary to I like this, to start/support inner city kids leagues or something. Completely agree with that. I think that'd be awesome. Thomas Ianni, my guy, says, why bother when they could just buy themselves a younger third baseman that can actually help the Yankees? Money is always the solution in New York. I love that. And then Dame Hall says, pay someone for cheating not once but twice. But they knew they should pay him just as responsible. I don't really understand that last one, but either way, I love the one about supporting inner city kids. I mean, absolutely. I think that would be great.
Yeah. They're paying this guy so much money that can go towards other things, and there's obviously going to be some scandal and going to be some negative feedback for the Yankees, and they can probably use that money to get them some good PR cred at this point.
The one thing that I do like, and then we'll close out on this segment, is the fact that a lot of players are now standing up for guys, just going away who are using PEDs. When the Ryan Braun stuff broke, not just pitchers, but players, they all said, get him out. I mean, come on, let's go. Get him out of baseball. And now they're doing the same with Alex Rodriguez. So I mean, it's a total changing of the guard, where in the early thousands, late 90s, when baseball had the lockout and then they came back and McGwire and Sosa were juicing and they brought more attention via the home run ball. I mean, it's just a total changing of the guard, and I love it because they're being true to the fans and they're being true to themselves.
Yeah, they were playing much more of a hush-hush game with, we probably know who's using, but we're not going to speak on it. Now they're just like, if you guys aren't down with the fair, you got to get out of the league.